chop the packet and then break it in half before it goes in the pan. It's a very easy way to make yakisoba. Now the water's boiling, so the noodles are broken in half, just half the packet, and then reduce the heat. This is enough for 2 people, so half a packet will do 2 of us. So just got to wait for that to boil and soften. So while we're waiting for the noodles to boil, there's carrot, cabbage, and onion, and then we use a cheap form of meat with hot dog sausages all cut up. So it's a type of Devon that we use as the meat for in the noodles. The spaghetti's almost ready. The reason we use spaghetti in the countryside is because we can't get many Asian groceries in regional Queensland, and we can't get the yakisoba to use as the noodles. This is a little bit of a tricky way, and we can get it to taste like yakisoba after we've finished cooking it all. Part of the way that we make it taste like yakisoba is that we get barbecue sauce, spicy or plain, from Aldi. We get chicken flavour salt from Aldi, and we also get soy sauce, Asia soy sauce from Aldi. And the other way we get to taste like yakisoba, along with those other ingredients, is that we either use half a teaspoon of bicarbonate soda, and you sprinkle it over the noodles, and then make sure you stir it in while you're doing it, because it'll foam up a little bit while the bicarbonate soda soaks into the noodles. Once the noodles are finished and ready, so you can strain it off into a strainer. And they're ready to go back in the pan once the vegetables have been cooked. So once we've drained the pan, we just put a dab of oil in the bottom of the pan, and then reheat that pan back up. Okay, once the pan's sufficiently hot enough, then we just place the vegetables in the pan. Give them a good stir to get the oil over them. Mix them all up. And then we fry them for about 5 minutes or so. So after the vegetables have softened up a little bit by frying, then we add the meat in, so to heat it up as well. After a couple of minutes of heating up the meat and just stirring it all in and softening it up, then we put the noodles back in. Then we add half a teaspoon of chicken stock. Mix that in. Then we add a little bit of soy sauce. And a couple of good squirts of barbecue sauce. And then just for a little bit of spice, a bit of the spicy barbecue sauce. mix all that in. Make sure it's mixed in well. And there it is, ready to serve. Yakisoba Australian style. And to add a little bit more flavour to it, we get Japanese mayonnaise from either Coles or Woolworths. We can get that here in regional Australia. Just add a little bit to the side. If you can't get Japanese mayonnaise, you can get some of this Colway mayonnaise from Aldi, which is just as good. And that's how we make Australian yakisoba. So, bon appetit and kanpai.